My name is Matt. I go by the Potomac Picker here. I go to thrift stores and yard sales and sell what I find for a profit on eBay and Mercari and a couple other sites. Just thought I'd share some of the cool things I found this past week. So starting off the video, I find this digital camera. I don't remember exactly which one this one was, but I felt comfortable paying $10 for it. Next, we find some PlayStation 2 controllers. Controllers by themselves usually sell for pretty good money. These sell for around $20 with free shipping. And I also find the black Wii controller with the nunchuck. Hair dryers are a new category that I'm getting into. I find this one here. It sells for some pretty good money and they're usually priced pretty affordably at Goodwill. A lot of other resellers stay away from these larger items such as this Eden Pure heater, but I tested it, plugged it in, made sure it powered up and worked, and this thing is sold for $100. Keyboards are often overlooked at thrift stores. This one here sells for around 20 bucks. Next, I find this speaker. It kind of looked similar to a Bose at first, but it's this brand called Ultimate Ears. They sell for some pretty good money secondhand on eBay. Here we are at another store. Come across this projector here. I thought it was going to sell for around 100 bucks, but I might end up just recycling it as this model might only sell for about 30 bucks. As long as they're cheap enough, Bose Cube speakers are always a good pickup. Wi-Fi routers and cable modems are often overlooked at thrift stores. This store was half off. That's why I felt comfortable picking up this one. Off to the next store here. Find this mystery machine here. It's remote control. Haven't sold it yet. It's sitting on the shelf still. Some Guitar Hero guitars can sell for some pretty good money. A couple of the pieces seemed broken, so I did not buy it. I did, however, buy this Rock Band guitar, which ended up not being the best buy as it only sold for around $20 and it was a pain to ship. Then I find all of these storybook records here. These haven't sold yet, but I have them listed for around 10 bucks each. Today we're going to hit up some thrift stores and see what we can find to flip for a profit on eBay. VHS are often overlooked at thrift stores. They don't sell for much, but I should get around 10 bucks each for these. Just waiting for yard sales to start up so I don't have to pay a whole dollar for them and I'll be able to pay like 25 cents or something. I did not buy this receiver here. They wanted $140 for it. It does sell for some pretty decent money on eBay. I was seeing comps between $150 and $300, but $140 is just way too much to spend on something that has such a high failure rate and is hard to test. I did, however, pick up this Epson scanner. They usually sell pretty fast. So overall, pretty good stop on that one. Got that scanner, which should sell for at least 100 bucks, and those tapes. Tapes won't sell for much, but they're always fun to list. Alright, we are at Goodwill number 2. Well, just stopped at that second Goodwill, didn't find anything good, so we're moving on to the next one. We are at Goodwill number 3. I always like checking the bags of toys to see if there's any cool action figures that catch my eye. This one, I see a Harry Potter, so I pick it up. Some of these Sony cassette tape player radios sell for some pretty decent money. I think this one sold for $40. I made sure to at least power test it in the store and did some further testing at home to make sure everything worked correctly. Always like digging through the remotes to see if there's any good ones. Next, I find this Cuisinart food processor. I always pick these up if they're cheap enough because you can usually part them out for pretty decent money. Alrighty, we're going to Goodwill number 4. Battleship doesn't sell for very much, but if it is the electronic talking battleship like this one, you can get around 20 bucks for it. Here's another Bose speaker here. This one's a giant subwoofer, and I almost didn't buy it just because it was so large. But since I'm able to get around 100 bucks for it, I go ahead and pick it up. Find this other bag of toys here. I don't think I ended up selling anything out of this bag. It will go in the yard sale pile. Don't see any good media here. Now, DVD VCR combo players usually sell for some pretty decent money. This Magnavox one caught my eye. It obviously had some issues, so I passed on it. I have plenty in my store right now that are sold as is for parts, not want another one. This receiver here, though, sells for around 50 bucks, and I did power test it in the store, so I pick it up. These Samsung chargers sell good, but they want 7 bucks for it. It's only worth about 10. Found another hairdryer here. Should get around 30 bucks for it, I think. picked up another Wi-Fi router because it was under $6, and this one's a pretty newer one. These are something I haven't found before or even looked up before. They do sell for around $15 to $30 a piece, so I go ahead and grab all of them because they're only $5. Definitely cannot pass up a sealed mater. So I spent around $50 at that Goodwill, but even if I sell that Sony receiver, that thing sells for $50, and then all those cats, they sell between $15 and $30 a piece. So overall, I'm pretty happy with that pickup. I go ahead and grab all these wrestlers here. I only listed 3 of them out of the 6 that I bought, but one of them already sold for, I think, around $12. These plug-and-play TV games always sell pretty fast. Check out the remotes here. They want $4 for that one, and they want $4 for that one, so I'll pick up this one though for $2. So those wrestler figures were about $4 per bag, so that's $2 a figure. It's a little bit more than what I want to pay because I don't know exactly what they're all worth, but that one of the figures was The Rock and he had the microphone, so I have a good feeling that one's going to be decent. But we'll see. We'll get home and look them up and see if we're going to make any money from them. This was a pretty cool find the next day. It was a bag full of Power Rangers. I'm kind of excited here. I thought this was a Xbox One remote, but it is generic. This cabinet really confused me. Why would you have doors that don't actually open? Gonna head up just a few more stores and then we'll head on back to the house. Go ahead and pick up these 2 Rambo tapes. Can't pass up Stallone. And that's going to wrap it up for today. Thanks so much for watching. If you like content like this and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as I'll be putting out more content every week.